Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine,
And I am still James.
and we have an epic podcast for y'all today. Been waiting to talk about this. We're going to do Fargo Season 4, Episode 10, and also The Undoing, Episode 5. And then we're going to talk about a little Marvel and a little DC and some other rumors. But before we do all that, we got an intro. Right, we have returned. Oh no,
What happened?
sorry about that.
Minor
was-
technical.
I was trying to do something.
Yeah.
That really okay. We good. All right, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we got some new little graphics down there. You can't see it right there, but you see over here, man, we got the follow us on Facebook and follow us on social media. All those channels, all those links are in the description below. And subscribe to the channel. We got the little subscription icon there where you can just click it. Good. You following us. And
You know what? Just go ahead and do it right now before you forget.
yeah, do it right now. Do it right now. All right, so we're gonna start off with Fargo. Fargo season 4, episode 10. Now, did you say you liked this episode? I didn't really get your whole opinion. on it.
You know what? It was a weird episode.
Really?
But I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I did too. It
my,
did go
my
some places
people
that I was
leveled
like,
up,
what
man. My favorite people leveled up in this episode. So
Well, okay. Well, see, this is my thing. We had to. I was waiting to get back to this main story,
right.
and we knew we was gonna get back here because the last episode, we talked a little bit about that. The last episode was basically Rabbi Milliken, and Satchel. What happened with them? What's their
Right.
story? And that whole episode was dedicated to just those characters, where they usually just jump to all the characters. So we get back to the main story, what's going on in Kansas City, Missouri, because they was in Kansas. They was really doing a Wizard Virus references on there. But so now we're in Kansas City, back to Kansas City. So now the gang war is in full effect. Everybody is now, and you know what? And it's funny because they actually use real clippings from the real gang wars.
Really?
Not in Kansas City, but this was like when the mob, I guess maybe mainly in New York, but when all that stuff just really started to boil over, when they really went to war and all these dead bodies was popping up, and that's where it got to a point where it was, at first the police and the government was kind of like, look, y'all can do that under the table, we cool, as long as you ain't letting it spill over to civilians. And then it just got to a point where, okay, this out of hand. So,
Right.
Government has like, we gotta put a cap on this shit. This is ridiculous. So that was a lot of real clippings of people getting killed and stuff. Because some of them, I distinctly remember some of those crime scene photos from like real cases or whatever, like real gangsters.
okay,
So that was interesting.
that's a nice touch, though.
Yeah.
That's a real nice touch. It kind of gives it a little bit of authenticity.
Yeah.
Because you watch, it's like, oh, that ain't just the extras from episode 3. Like, this some
Yeah.
realness.
And I was like, but that shows a lot of time has passed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, time had to pass then because all this stuff is going on. Now, it's one thing somebody mentioned that Gitano and Josto didn't really talk about their parents, their mother and their
Yeah.
sister. It was like,
You can't tell that they just lost a couple of family
I know.
members
It's
at
like
all.
they at war, but at this point they wasn't like, oh man, we got to do it for mom. Or, they was kind of like, it's like that never even happened.
No, they just back to business.
Right. So the episode kind of start off with, does it start off with Otis or does it start off with or Olietta. I can't remember where it started, but we'll just start off talk about Otis. Now, Otis, after that train incident, that's the last time we saw him, the train station incident. Now he's kind of like considered a hero, right? The whole town, because they was. Now, one thing I don't get, how did he go and arrest the fathers? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what do you got on them or whatever, you know?
Like, I guess he knows some of their dirt since,
Well, yeah, I guess he do.
Because he was the one sweeping a good deal of it under the rug.
Yeah.
And so now he's just taking everything he knows and saying, fine, y'all, just before y'all think about messing with me, I'm going to get rid of all y'all.
Yeah, and then some people say, well, basically, this is what he told Daffy. He wanted to be a real cop again.
Yeah.
So I think he came to the grips that he's not going to live. So before I go, I'm going to be a real cop again, and I'm going to bust these guys or whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what it felt like.
I don't know if he was just doing it for Lloyd, because I just don't see why he even doing anything for Lloyd, because right now, and we're going to talk about that, Lloyd's starting to lose a lot of power.
Like, I think the only reason he's not going after Lloyd is because Lloyd is already getting his, getting the business from the fathers.
Yeah, I guess. So anyway, that kind of made him a marked man. So, Josto's like, hey, I got a bullet with your name on it, And even his chief came to him like, hey, watch yourself. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. So I'm guessing that they was on the take too, I guess. I don't know what that exactly mean.
Like, even if they wasn't, it was like, look, we knew you was dirty.
Yeah.
And as much as we appreciate you coming clean, they probably not going to appreciate you coming clean. So you might want to watch your ass.
Right. So that's where the Otis is. And Otis kind of like whatever. I think he come to grips knowing that he gonna get it. I mean, he's gonna die. So all right, moving on to we got Olietta and Ethelrita. We got their conflict. So we knew once she found out who took the ring or who wrote the letter, it was going to be some consequences and repercussions.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I see that. But the way she did it really kind of, I'm like, what? Why are you doing it like this? Because look, and this is the thing, this show needs to go on longer.
Yeah.
This show set up so much great stuff because it's only 10 episodes. They got to wrap up stuff that should take a while.
And especially this episode put out some stuff that I'm going to need some explanations on.
Yeah, and we got very little time to wrap all that up.
Yeah.
And, okay, so what they conflict is she just like looking at her out her window.
Oh, man. She
like a psycho.
Bro, she eyeing her so hard. Like, she's doing everything but licking her lips.
But see, this was through my mind. I'm like, shouldn't you be getting the hell out of town? You got a little time. This is a small window that you got to get the hell out of town. But I guess because your lust for revenge kept you there, your lust for revenge against this girl.
She wants all her trophies back.
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on, you already know what's up, So okay, when she actually go confront her, it's like, I know you took the stuff, give it back. And, I'm going to call the cops or whatever. She's like, yeah. And then they're going to find out about all the trophies you got and all the stuff that you been doing. And then she kind of like, check, touche, But, and then, she says some stuff to her. How's it feel to be so smart, but nobody gives a shit about it? Stuff like that. And then she's like, special place in hell for you. And she's like, well, is it going to be below where you're going?
Like,
she always got to come back.
I love their little tete-a-tete because, like, in a weird way, they are very similar characters.
Yeah.
Like, they're both overachievers who are used to being looked down on.
Yeah.
But, like, when they come head-to-head, man, Ethelrita comes out on top every time.
I know. Well, see, and that's the thing. Olietta ain't as smart as she thinks she is because she say some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And she say some dumb shit, and when she get corrected, she be like, oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Like when she said, you think they shot Casablanca in Istanbul? And he was like, no, they shot Casablanca in Casablanca. She's like, oh, yeah, totally, yeah, of course. And I'm like, yeah, you ain't as smart as you let on to be. I can tell.
Well, everyone who called her stupid is probably dead.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, so, like, you get this little, like, so their whole conflict comes to a head here. And I love, like, you get, what's his name, Lemuel is trying
Yeah.
to step in between them, and neither one of them notices he's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
there.
he's not, he kind of protects her a little bit. It looks like he want to date
Yeah.
Rita or whatever because he
Yeah.
said I'm her suitor,
Yeah.
which I'm like, what does that mean?
It means he's trying to be dating her.
Yeah, which we already seen it. It's coming, but see, this is gonna play. I think that's gonna play into something else later, where and we'll talk about that. Well, I just think that after Rita probably is gonna just move up, and she's gonna need to be with somebody in position of power to move up anyway.
Right.
And we'll talk about that. My idea on this. So moving on to who else? I was about to say.
So we got lawyers reached out.
Oh yeah, woo! I don't even know how can I forget
Yeah.
Happy.
Oh man,
We finally get to see
we
Happy,
finally get to see Happy.
and we finally get to see why Leon wasn't even introduced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you talk about. I knew that Leon's story was gonna go somewhere. Didn't know where, but I knew it was gonna go somewhere. Now we kind of understand why they kind of wanted us to know Leon.
Yeah,
And why he kept fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
man, like, cause you expect someone like Leon in this world to be the first one out.
Yeah.
You know,
But he's the other boss's nephew, I
Yeah.
guess. So now we get introduced to character Happy.
cousin, I think.
Yeah, cousin. So now we get introduced to this character Happy. Now it's kind of late to be introducing new characters, but one thing I do give them, they did talk about him, and they kind of alluded to him.
Yeah.
Where he was going to be another character that was going to show up. But it's like, damn, you got one more episode before you leave. This character, he cool. It just, what's up with the pictures, man?
Dude,
Is that kind of have you heard of that before?
It-
Somebody
it-
just, everywhere they go, they got
it's
was that
so-
his ancestors?
It's
or
extremely
his-
familiar to me. Like, like this is like I've only ever seen this in old Frontiers stories.
I'm listening, go ahead.
You know, where they basically try to like they keep the pictures around like in a totemic sense, where it's like, the old heads are still here giving us guidance even though they gone. And it's really weird. I will say that it's really weird. No, that's you, bro.
No, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so like I've seen it before. This is the first time I've seen it in this setting though. Like it's almost always on some old time frontier stuff, like Old West type stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It was it's just kind of wild that everybody's like, what? Nobody asked him.
Yeah, nobody had anything to say when he's like, "What should we do?" And I'm waiting for Lloyd to come out talking like, "Man, maybe instead of asking the pictures, you need to ask your bands over there what you need to be doing because clearly you ain't got a clue." Yeah.
So was he talking to the pictures?
Yeah, like, kinda.
Hold on real quick. Word. There it is. God damn, that shit dropped me nuts. I'm sorry. We're back.
Just a minor delay, guys. Nothing to worry about.
Sorry about that. Okay. So, anyway, sorry. Yeah. So Happy come in and asked for help. I mean, Lloyd asked for his help.
Yeah.
And Happy kind of reluctantly agreed. Now we see some uneasiness here because first off, he whooped his nephew ass, so that's kind of a problem for him. But I mean, I feel like I don't think he did nothing too serious to him to make me say, "Hey, we can't mess with you no more.
Like,
we're giving up money."
Was it disrespectful in the extreme? Yes. But if Leon was my cousin, I'd expect it.
Yeah. But that's gonna play into something later. So okay. So now Happy said, "All right, I'll help you, but you got only 2 weeks." Before he's like, "All right, that's all I need," or whatever. And so Lloyd feeling like, okay, we're going to probably win this or whatever. So, of course, I guess we could talk about Gitano and Josh, though.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got Gitano, and he is – so this is what really bothers me about this. He's opening up and telling us about his past. We never heard about this.
He's finally becoming a fully fledged character.
Yeah, and then he just like, well, first off, he always had this uneasy thing with his brother. Now him and his brother actually seemed like they got super close in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So now they like good friends, and he just telling him, why he got sent away. He's like, I never knew. And he was like, yeah. So he told him about story about he was in love with this girl, and he had to end up getting into a fight, and dude got messed up, and it was somebody that was important or whatever, and so he sent him away. And then he was saying how he,
not long after he got sent away, the war broke out.
yeah, and he had to live on tree bark or something for 2 weeks and all that. I'm like, damn, okay. So that to me said, okay, well, he, like we was talking before on another review, that he could have been all talk, but no, he was all about, he was about that business. He's been in the war. He's tough, Mind you, they waiting on Otis. Now we can talk about how Otis bought the form. So Otis is gone, y'all. Otis didn't make it. He knew somebody was after him, so he had a police detail, right?
Yeah.
This one kind of blew me away. I didn't get exactly what they was going for. So he don't go home right away or something. And then he go home and the police leave him, where I'm like, why are you going home? Like, I thought you just said, I'm not going back there no more. I just didn't get what was going on. It seemed like he took precautions, but it seemed like he didn't.
It's kind of weird because, I was expecting after the whole deal at the train station that was going to be the last time we saw Otis. I thought he was going to grab his stuff and go.
Yeah, for real. He should have.
And instead, I guess he got caught up in you're our hero, man. You're a real cop. You're damn right I'm a real cop.
Well, we gonna talk about that because he trying to, he trying to get away, and I don't know, man, if his OCD is so bad that if his life on the line, he still need to do that, because he run to his car and he trying to get away, and he still messing with this damn lock.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, get out the car. I'm like, nah, he's gone. It's like, I was like, dude, is your OCD that bad? Where you can't
apparently so.
Maybe it's more when he's scared. When he's more nervous, the more he
I don't think it mattered.
That makes sense.
I think it was bad enough that whether he was calm as ever or if he was freaking out, he was still going to have to do it.
Gitano walked up to his car slow, and he messed around, dropped his gun between the seats. Now, I hate when I drop stuff in between the seats because I can't get it. Let alone if my life is on the line and I needed that gun to possibly live.
There was a couple of things he could have done. He could have gotten his gun and got out and opened fire.
Yeah.
But he messed it up. He could have.
Or he just got out and ran.
He could have gotten out the car and ran. He could have had his keys ready and started the car.
He dropped his keys too.
He dropped his keys too.
Otis was just a mess.
Otis was just he was bound to die.
Yeah, man. But see, this thing, when he died, he had this smile on his face.
Yeah.
Because Gitano walked up, just shot him 4 or 5 times. And he kind of had this smile on his face, I think he was just at peace, I guess.
Yeah. Everything finally quieted down. He wasn't scared enough because he was already dead. So it was like, shit, I'm cool now.
I know. So Otis finally got him, and we knew this character was gonna be gone. But it's just messed up that he trying to get away. He steady messing with the lock. I'm like, oh my god.
He finally stopped. He just looked up.
That's
what, man? Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get to the biggest banger in the episode.
This moment, bruh. I'm looking.
First off, how did you feel right after? What was your immediate reaction?
I felt so cheated, man.
Okay.
I'm sitting there. I'm watching this. All
right, let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you this. So Gitano shot. He shot Otis, and old Justo. It's Justo's fault because Justo said, "Hurry up, I gotta pee." Just like a little kid.
Even that moment, you're looking at Gitano and he's looking at Otis, and you can tell he's not okay with Otis dying with this serene smile on his face. He's looking like, the hell is this about? Folks don't look like that when I kill them.
Yeah, I know. That's what he was. Gitano was kind of looking like, this dude smiling. Oh well, ain't nothing. I kill people all the time. So Gitano started to run because Justo said, hurry up, which, why we got to hurry up? I already did the deed. Tripped over a rock and shot himself in the head.
Yeah. Blew his own dome out. Blew his own, dude. And he tripped in just the right way so that his arm would swing up under his chin and the gun would go off and goes the
popped
weasel.
his top.
Dude, like I've never. I don't think I've ever felt this disappointed at a death in my entire life. I'm not okay with this. Okay,
Man, look, dude. When I saw that, I'm like, that didn't just happen. No, that didn't just happen.
like I'm waiting for this to be.
We wait. Look, we want to see how Gitano died. You think how big he is, man? They probably gonna be like, he gonna die like Scarface. It's gonna be like, it's gonna take like 20 people to. He gonna be like, I'm still here. I'm this, I'm that. I think he gonna go out like Scarface.
Like I'm thinking Lloyd's remaining homeboy is gonna like, yeah, I got the drop on y'all this time. Blah blah, something like that.
Man,
nah, he took himself out by accident.
man.
Death by misadventure.
Man, somebody said that's Fargo.
I was thinking that because when you were first talking to me about watching this show, you warned me about stuff like this.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like, so this is what he meant.
Yes. Things happen like that. And when you think, oh, this has got to be a dream, they about to wake up or something. No, this is Fargo.
I was waiting for Otis to wake up.
But like, whew, man, no, this is Fargo. This is how things happen. People die on stupid like that. But you know something? You know what's something funny? I'll start thinking, I wouldn't be surprised if this happens more often than not. Like in the wars where you be like, oh, they died in action. How many people could have died just like that? Where you just, you feel like they're the great war hero. They just slipped and fell and shot their own damn self. I bet you it's a big number of people that actually did that in war.
I heard of at least like one guy who was up for the Purple Heart who turned it down because like no, I stabbed myself. Like I was trying to cut the rope and I slipped.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It probably, this could happen, but I wasn't ready for it. No way was I ready.
There is no way to be prepared for this. There just ain't. Like, because we seen Gitano ever since he came on the scene. He's been wrecking shop.
Yeah, I told you, I thought he's gonna go out like Scarface, man. I'll take all your fucking bullets. Come on, all that.
Something like
none
that.
of that.
No. And like after I got over my disappointment and my shock and my sense of loss for being robbed from a great death scene, it does occur to me that Josto wins.
Well, see, this is my thing though.
So long as he doesn't die,
this is my thing though.
He wins.
Josto, I think he didn't want this.
No, he didn't. Not at all.
He just got close with his brother.
Yeah.
He started to actually feel for him when he told him why he got sent away. I forget that Josto was sent to live with the what's name was though too.
Oh yeah.
He was sent to live with the Irish or whatever for a while. But I just feel like Josto did not want this because we can talk about his reaction.
Oh man.
Which first he's like, what just happened? That's the same reaction I had.
Like,
wait a minute, what just happened? No. You know how you
like his brain stopped.
But you know how when you something like that, it happens so fast that you thinking, if I close my eyes and this did not happen, you just can't. You just kind of
because you're like
can't believe it for a second.
Like, I missed a part of that because what it looked like clearly can't be what just happened. So I missed.
Right.
There's no way that really.
I'm dreaming. No.
Yeah.
This just happened, and it happened, and then he looked over, and his brains is kind of fell out.
And also, I think one of the thoughts that's got to be running through his head is there is no way anyone's ever going to believe me when I tell them how this went down. Especially he already tried to get his brother killed 3 times.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, we were in the car waiting for the guy to get home so we could kill him. And we was bonding, we was having a good time. Then the guy got home, and then we killed him. Then we was going to get back in the car. He tripped. He shot himself.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about this. This is going to lead to what happened later on in the episode because the question is, do you think anybody's going to believe Josto?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Dude,
I saw it happen and I don't
stranger
believe
than
it.
fiction because that's one of those. You expect me to believe that? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't believe him.
I literally saw it happen, and I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Still.
You know how they tell that joke? Oh, they tripped and fell on a bullet. Well, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Where it's like It's like we that's a joke, but that was actually the truth. That's what happened. He tripped and fell on a bullet.
Oh my God.
But no, yeah. So Justo he just drove off, and I mean I don't know what he could have done.
I mean, it's not
pick
like,
his big ass up and
like-
put him in the truck or something. But
try to scoop his brains
but
back into his skull.
I know his brains fell out his head.
Dude, like, look, props to the
Facts guy, it was practical.
dude. Like, the,
God. But see, he could have just said that what's his name was shot him. You know, he could just say Otis got a shot off.
that's what I would have said.
Shot Gaetano in the head.
They fought. He shot Gaetano. He tried to get back in his car. You came up and shot him while he was in
And
the
that
car.
way you can kind of save face with Gaetano.
Yeah.
Where you ain't gonna tell everybody he was so dumb because they kind of planted the seeds a little bit by having Gaetano fall on the ice, saying that he's clumsy.
Yeah.
But then also somebody said, which I kind of missed, but I heard on another review they said that earlier in the episode, Otis tripped on that same rock, like it's like a rock that's out of place in his backyard or something. And when he ran up there, he tripped over that earlier. So it's basically saying that
Better watch out for that.
So that was a good way. That was a good way to say that he ain't just clumsy. Anybody would have tripped over that.
That's the meat hook foreshadow.
Yeah.
Like, that somebody's gonna get hurt. It's like,
Yeah. So let's talk about what happened with I guess what happened with Happy, where he's basically, well, the Italians decided we're going to get we need to get another person in charge that's weak, that's not going to keep fighting, but because New York want them to close this up.
Yeah.
New York keep telling them, we need you to close this up. We're not making no money. We need you to stop the beef. But he's like, Lloyd is not backing down. We need to get rid of Lloyd and put somebody else in power. So he go have him, and then next thing you know, I was like, well, shit. I immediately thought of Leon.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I guess they're going to call him Leon. Then they was like, they having a meeting with Leon and Happy.
Yeah.
And Happy's like, look, my cousin going to run this, going to run that. I'm like, okay. But one thing about that is, did it look like he was asking for too much? Because was he asking for extra, or was he saying that he just had? Did he want just what Lloyd had, or was he asking some extra shit?
I think he was asking for what Lloyd had, and the stuff Lloyd had back when Dr. Senator was still around. He said, "Well, we gonna keep this. You can fight us for it, but we gonna keep this."
Right.
So it wasn't an actual concession with the Lloyd's, the Cannon Syndicate, but it was like, but look, we want an actual agreement that we'll get this.
Yeah, I mean, they never even finished their meeting because actually, and then we wrapping some more stuff up. The senators came to him, was like, "Hey,
Alderman."
Oh yeah, whatever." The politician came to him like, "Hey, you ain't marrying my daughter."
Yeah.
I forgot what reason he gave because of that war
Because of the war.
and because all the stuff going
He
on.
didn't want to be seen being connected to them anymore.
Yeah, so because all the stuff going on, it's like, you ain't marrying my daughter, and he started disrespecting him, and that's the part where
Gaetano just walked up and yonked him in the face.
he kind of cracked me up. Where I know his English ain't great, so when somebody says something insulting, he be like, "What does this mean?"
like he gets the language, but he don't get the lingo.
Right, I know. He said, "This means this." Oh, okay. Schmop. You know what I'm saying? This stuff.
Like, what does this mean? Oh, it means he's an idiot. Ha!
But
You can't punch a U.S. alderman.
Wop. So we got that wrapped up. I figured they're gonna start wrapping stuff up. Go ahead.
And so we also now finally got the backstory on that
ghost?
the roach they call him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I was just gonna finish this little part with Happy and where basically it's decided that Leon's got to kill Lloyd, and of course he's happy to do it because Lloyd tightened him up a little bit, and Happy is gonna go ahead and stand behind him because he got men, so he got muscle too. Right, so this makes Lloyd kind of like, oh shit. But okay, let's talk about Roach. Let's talk about the whole that spirit thing, specter or whatever.
So I guess this thing has been haunting
they gave this backstory.
Yeah. So this thing has been haunting their family ever since their great however many great grandfather was on the slave ship and pushed the captain of the ship overboard.
Yeah, well, they say he strangled him.
Yeah. He strangled.
Which I'm like, what's the problem? You know, it's like,
so we good, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, he was a very cruel master, and he did whatever.
Yeah.
And he ended up, and her grandfather, her great grandfather, ended up killing him, or taking him overboard and strangling him in the water or whatever. So I'm like, cool. So you mean he gonna hunt y'all after this? I mean, as far as I was concerned, y'all even.
Right. So, like, I guess, like, they gave the whole backstory and why, Zemare didn't see him.
Right. Well, they said he likes good people or something like that. Or something they said. She said something like he likes sunshine or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess Samara was too reckless or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like, nah, I don't like that. I like, when they good or whatever.
Right.
I don't know what that means, actually.
Who even knows? But I guess he's taking a specific liking to Ethelreda.
Right.
Because he...
Oh, yeah, because this brings up another part where Olietta says, forget it. I'm just going to take my revenge. And look, the way they had her look like she sneak. I thought that was the ghost at first.
Yeah.
I was like, is she a ninja? Because, I mean,
like those tiny little mouse steps of hers.
Yeah, she do walk funny, but I'm like, and then, Lemieux was like, yeah, just try it, I got a shotgun.
And his ass
dumbass knocked
out.
Like, man, you ain't protecting nothing.
Ain't protecting nobody, bro.
Walk right by you.
That dude was sleeping sloppy too. like it was. He wasn't like asleep at attention or nothing. He was laid out.
Yeah. Probably he would have damn near shot himself with the shotgun. Worse than just
I mean, that seems to be going around. But
so yeah, she slides in the room and then she got a needle, syringe. So I'm like, oh man, I don't see how she gonna get out. I thought she was gonna get up and scream or something.
Right.
But apparently the killer roach showed up, and this is the thing.
I like.
Do you think he showed up to save her, or was he just enjoying the moment?
You know what? I think he was just enjoying the moment.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I guess because he was showing his ass a little too much.
Yeah. Well, my thing, I thought that nobody could see him but them.
Well, like so.
That's
what I don't get. So like I know Ethelreda's mama says she never saw him, but she could hear him and smell him.
Yeah.
And so like you can see like one great sound design and everything on this is when the sound first comes in, you see Olietta notice it, and then you see her start noticing the smell and everything.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But
why would he go so far as to manifest himself to see? Where nobody saw him at the train station, you know what I'm saying?
So this is what I wanted to know. Is he doing that because he's laid claim on Ethelreda?
That's what I was saying. Did he save her because he's like, that's mine,
Yeah, ain't nobody killing her, this one but me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking.
I'm thinking that's probably what it is.
Right, okay. So either way it go, Ethelreda's just screamed and ran out the house.
Olietta.
Olietta, I'm sorry.
And
when she get home, where she get home to?
Walk right into the cops.
Well, it was funny. I just like how they was like, oh, she's like, police. We are the police.
First off, I love whenever like the cops arrest someone. Police. Ma'am, we are the police. Look, we're currently arresting you.
She said, yeah, we heard, she said, what y'all doing in my house? Yeah, the doctor woke up. They basically said, stop bullshit.
Look,
stop playing. We don't even want to play with you right now.
We ain't going to do all this with you, okay? We got these here bracelets. You going to put them on. Yeah.
She like, just let me get my purse. I was wondering, what she have in her purse? It seemed like she was
probably going to kill herself.
Think so?
She was probably going to go and try to dose herself.
No, knowing her, though, she probably thought she could, I don't know what she could do, but she could talk her way out of a lot of stuff. I don't think she could talk her way out of this.
No.
But I don't know what I thought she might have had a gun in her purse.
I honestly think she was just going to off herself as soon as
I can see her shooting her way out like anybody going to get one. Now I'm walking out this son, bitch. Anybody trying to stop me?
I don't know if she's quite that gangster with it, man.
I don't know, man. But anyway, that's how they wrapped up her story, and I don't know if they're going to show more of her. We'll see. But that's what I hate about this show being so short that, it should be more to this.
Yeah.
But they had to wrap it up because they got more stuff to do. Right. So now we can go to Lloyd. And Lloyd kind of like, and he just like depressed, you know.
Oh yeah, dude, he is
He
he is
defeated,
destroyed,
deflated.
You know, like the dude is so sorry and pitiful right now.
Yeah, and then he's coming to grips saying that it's a matter of time. He just knows it's a matter of time. Either he gonna get killed, but I guess he gonna have to. I guess he feel like I'm not gonna relinquish until I die. So, you know what I'm saying? They got to kill me. So we got somebody to chat.
Yeah. So as Basil, not the herb, says, I'm going out on my own terms.
Well, anyway, and I feel you, but what was I at? Oh yeah, Lloyd saying, yeah, whatever, I don't care. And they told him, which I thought maybe somebody said maybe Happy was a setup, like Lloyd told Happy to go there, but when they told Lloyd about it, he was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, like he just looked like, no, that's it.
But like, cause the look on his face when he gets that news is just, this might as well happen.
Yeah.
Everything else is going wrong.
Yeah.
Why not this?
I know. He's defeated right there.
Yeah.
He just matter of time. So now at this point, we already know that Leon gonna come back and get him. I mean, Leon though. I mean,
Hey, look.
but he got Happy behind him though.
I will say, like, if you tell me, hey man, I heard Leon, Happy's cousin, he coming for your ass. Man, bring it on.
Leon Biddle, Happy's cousin. Oh, I ain't worried about him. But no, seriously, he just knew that because he got Happy behind him, so he knows it's a matter of time. So
then his savior comes in.
Okay, so this is what we see on the trailer. I was wondering when this was gonna happen because after Rita come in, she dressed up like she about to go to a job interview or something, and I was like, now she said I got an appointment with Lloyd, and I was like, man, Lloyd men are incompetent because they didn't check her. They didn't search her. I was like, dude, no. He's like, yeah, I got an appointment with him. Okay, so. If somebody just come up and say, she could be an assassin or something, and somebody say, oh, I got an appointment, you just like, all right, cool, you go ahead. What are you doing? You should have been checking her for guns, check her purse or whatever. No, she can't anything.
They didn't do none of that. Though I do love, like, they did give her this look like, you are here to see Lloyd Cannon? You got the right Lloyd Cannon. You don't mean Lloyd Cannon down in St. Charles, do you?
Yeah.
I know you don't mean Lloyd Cannon in Kansas City. Okay.
So she sit down and, she talked to him like, I'm going to help you win the war. And first I was like, why is he even entertaining? This girl's 16 years old. Why are you even, 17? Why are you even entertaining this? And then I was thinking, well, you got to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Like, everything else is ended horribly.
Yeah.
You might as well just hear her out.
Yeah, because he probably thinking like, I ain't got nothing to lose, so whatever, I hear her out. I kind of hate when people, when they need to get to a point, they kind of, first they give you the little clues just so you can figure it out.
Yeah.
So they can tell you, so you can look like, oh, no, man, just tell me.
Yeah. So then I was wondering, how did so-and-so end up with this? Well, so then I went to the library, and I was looking through all the obituaries. Look, can you just get to the point?
It's like, get out. So I just thought I thought that was okay, but I was like, man, if you don't get to the point, I was thinking to myself, girl, if you don't get to the damn point. And she basically showed him the fighter ring that she took.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of forgot about that, but they did kind of at least go back to it.
I've been waiting for this to filter back into the story since.
Yeah, but I thought it was going to come maybe another way, but that's fine. So what does this mean? Because they didn't really say exactly their next course of action.
True.
So what does it mean to you?
I'm really curious to know how they're going to weaponize this, because like the best thing they can do is try to find some way to tie this to Josto.
Which it won't be hard because he's been banging the nurse that actually did it. So when she go to jail for it, and then they make sure
and she's also going to jail for trying to kill the guy that.
Right, but they're going to find out about all the other people because all her obituaries and trophies is basically a trail right to all the people you killed.
But like that one thing is what's going to link her to Josto. Not even them knocking boots, but like she tried to kill the dude that wouldn't treat his father. So like now he's in it. All they had to do is say, "Hey, yo, New York, you know why?"
That's what I'm saying. So that's why a lot of people feel that they're just going to use that to basically say Josto killed his dying father.
And they can probably convince him that he killed Gaetano too.
Yeah, right. I was just about to say, good observation. Where they'd say, where of course his story, which sounds
is
so
ridiculous.
right, and as soon as he tells somebody the truth, they gonna be like, he did it. You know what I'm saying? They are not gonna believe that the dude tripped and fell on his own gun.
Gaetano, you know,
He been in a war. He did this. He beat this.
You
he
tell
did
me-
that.
you
and
tell
he
me-
tripped and fell on his own gun.
you telling me the slasher from Sardinia fell on his own gun? Come on, son.
Okay. Anyway, so anywho, no. So that was pretty much the end of the episode. And for me, I just think that it's that's how it's gonna wrap up or whatever. And a lot of people think the number 2, I think his name Abel, is gonna really they're gonna go to him with it because he already not cool with Josto anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The consigliarity.
Yeah.
So they got a way to tell them. So it might work out like that. I don't know. Then also I was also thinking, which they showed a little bit of Satchel.
Yes.
I had a theory. So that's the end of the episode. So I'm gonna talk about my little theory.
Yeah.
Well, not really a theory. I had a thought where I was gonna say, what if it just happened? Lloyd died, Josto died, and with Josto died, it's like the fathers are gone, right? Then they was like, wait a minute, it's one more father. Zero. So he's like, the second will run it into zeros of age, even though I don't know if he'll live that long, but still, the second will run it into zeros of age, and if Lloyd die, Satchel can run it.
Yeah. I mean,
So they can say like the sons that got traded will be the ones that can take over.
yeah, and they probably.
I guess Lemieux. I forgot about Lemieux.
I mean, Lemieux probably gonna go off and be a horn
if he don't
player.
die.
If he survives long enough, he'll probably f off and be a horn player. But I honestly feel like it'll probably end up being Zero and Satchel running things.
Right. I mean, that's just a theory, though. You know, they
Right.
still the little kids, but come back full circle.
Yeah.
That was my whole theory.
I'd like to see it.
We'll see. Because they showed Satchel a little bit. He's walking along with that dog. and
Satchel got hard, man.
You see when that car pulled up, I'm like, oh my god!
Like, you knew they were going to start
red
some problems.
pickup truck.
A red pickup swerving all over the road.
Swerving.
Hey, boy.
Where you going, boy? I'm like, oh God, here we go. And he did.
Yeah.
He did it. He just said, you know what? I ain't got time for this. Get your redneck. He's like, no what? No. He said, no everything.
Yeah.
No
boy.
No boy.
No sir.
None of that. I swear I had that same realization myself when I was a young man. Just like, no more. I'm not. I know the world is this way. I'm not going for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel him, just his mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, especially he's been through so much. He's
Right.
had to adjust to so much. At this point, it's like, do you understand? The least of my problems is a couple of racist assholes calling me boy on the
but
side of the road.
it was funny how their reaction was like,
They wouldn't expect him to pull the steering.
I know they were just so scared. Oh God, let's get out of here! I was like, really? I thought they'd be like, boy, I'll take that gun from you, boy. I thought he was gonna have to shoot him. You know what I'm saying?
Like they were both drunk already.
Yeah.
They weren't expecting him to be holding. And so then when he
I
pulled
was
it
like,
out,
I figured they'd come back with some shotguns or something.
he
but
pointed that straight at their face, not a single tremor in his trigger finger,
yeah.
ready to pull it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the whole episode, man. It was a good episode. Can't wait to see next week. Next week is the final episode, the finale. And
I have no clue how they're gonna wrap.
I
all
don't
this
either.
up.
Ever since when Gitano got shot his own self, I was like, I don't know where we gonna
Yeah.
go after this. All right, man. We're gonna move on to our next show. We're gonna talk about the Undoing. The Undoing.